What's up YouTube, ThunderWolf89 here. Well, back after a while. I'm not posting anything with a Raccoon deck profile for the July 14th, July 2004 team ban list. Not much affect this on the ban list apart from, well, we can play Yo Guardian in this, and I'm playing Deep Prison and Mirror Force in basic triplicate in here now. I've recently found a new card to put in here, and basically to help deal with the hands and stuff, things like that. So thought I'd basically do a deck profile that would include new cards, and basically the deck list I'm going to be playing for the rest of the format, until we get Shadows, because I want to play that. So basically this is deck profile for the July 2014 ban list. I'll get straight into it. Right, so as you saw, we got base stock. We got standard, free Pompoko, and free Tantan. And basically, like they're like tour guides essentially. Pompoko can summon level 2 beast face down, so like normal special Tantan and Tantan special from the deck face up. So basically, and then and then 2 Kantos, which Tantan normally summons. So basically, Pompoko will summon Tantan, and Tantan will flip and special summon Kantos, pop a card, and make an XZ and stuff. It's basically a good engine. Basically, every single Baby Raccoon deck will have that as standard. Then you got 1 Raikou for a Obedient School target, and also it's a nice destruction as well. 1 Kitten, another Obedient School target, and also nice to bounce those Xyz and Synchros for a plus. Elephant, level 2 tuner for Obedient Schooled, for making synchro plays, and also with Radox you can actually use the actual effect, which if it's just a battle, add add 1 wing beast, 1 beast type wing beast or a beast warrior type monster that is banished, and that's your hand. So with Radox you can actually use it. Keymouse, never Obedient Schooled beast tuner for Obedient Schooled, and level 1 as well. So basically, if your opponent drops maxing and Obedient Schooled, you can bring it this and 2 other level 4s to make a beast without giving them too many cards. And also you can get his effect off as well. You can actually use this effect wherever it's killed by battle. You can have level 3 or lower beast monster from your deck to your hand. So get a battle, get your Pompoko, basically get your game rolling. And that's it for the beasts. Obedient School targets. And then next we got 3 Barbaros. With Obedient Schooled, you can either end up with a Leo 3/1 token and a Sandayu, or tribute to 3 to basically use its full effect, which is when you tribute 3 monsters for it, you can destroy all cards your opponent controls, and it's basically skill drains, hurts his deck a bit, and this is a nice counter to skill drain because you end up just normal summoning a 3k beats deck. Next we got 3 Junk Synchron for like easy nice synchro plays, and plus you can OTK with Junk Warrior using this, because the tokens special summon out are level 1, so it helps Junk Warrior, and also this allows to make Armades, Catastor stuff, basically some nice rank 5 plays. Level 5 plays, sorry. And then the last one is Radox, just for store if you need to, because 3k beat wall. Reborn if you have dead Canatoses and stuff in hand, or make Leo with Junk Synchron. Right, that's all the monsters. The spells, we have 3 Obedient Schooled, keycard, it's basically the reason this deck is played. 1 Ares Rock Sunrise, basically is a reborn for your beast, plus it's got the added effect of it's a reborn for your beasts, and it's got the added effect of lowering the attack of your monsters for every beast, wing beast, or plant in your grave, which is quite nice. And then the last spell plays becoming nice, defensive or offensive, or basically really good spell in general. As all spells, onto traps, we have 1 Warning, staple, negate summons, 1 TT, staple, basically gives up with those border wipe when your opponent tries to drop game. Bottomless, staple, Really good card. 1 Compulse, just bounce back Xyz and Synchros and stuff. Then we're playing. Sorry, get rid of those. So basically, those are the staple traps. Then we're playing Triple D Prison because Mirror Force activate. Basically, Mirror Force isn't. Mirror Force come at the board, but then Mirror Force activates the hands because it destroys the hands, and also some cards can't be destroyed by card effects and stuff. Whereas the Prison banish, even though it only hits one, it banishes it, so basically gets rid of it for good, which is quite cool. 2 Bravery skill. This is over Phoenix Chain because, well, Phoenix Chain Senior, basically with Phoenix Chain, if the monster's tributed or bounced back or set or something, it basically just stays there, taking up a spell trap card zone. Even though it stops an attack, MST is quite common, and basically, well, MST is at free, and basically you want your effects to, you want to make sure your opponent's effects negated primarily, because you got like D-Prison and stuff to stop them from attacking. Basically stop them. To get rid of them if they attack and stuff. Whereas this basically also got dual use of being used. Basically used twice, so once from the graveyard as well, which is quite helpful. Then we have the new card I found for the deck, Free Super Rush Resklessly. If you don't know what this card does, because it's like quite an old card, right? Basically, it's a trap. The effect of it is select 1 face-up beast type monster you control and 1 monster your opponent controls. Destroy your monster and return the opponent's monster to the deck. Because it's quite old, it doesn't have player solving card text. But we're gonna it comes out in Battle Pack 3. I've seen it, basic pictures of it, confirming that it's coming out in Battle Pack 3. This is quite good because Sandayu can if you've got 2 Sandayu with a beast, it can't be destroyed by card effects or well. So the good thing about this is you can target your Sandayu and your opponent's monster, and the good thing is the monster doesn't have to be face up. It could be a set monster, face up monster, whatever. So basically you can target your Sandayu and your opponent's monster. Sandayu won't get destroyed, and their monster will be returned to the deck. That's the best thing. It goes back to the deck, so it's like wiretapping a monster. And if you have a Sandayu, you lose nothing. Or basically, you can even use this on a Pompoko. That's already fulfilled its duty, but it's offsetting Tantan. Basically, you want, because if you summon Pompoko and get Tantan, you want that Pompoko to survive next turn to basically flip, get Tantos to pop their back row they've set. So basically, pop in the Pompoko, which is filled its purpose to pop their monster back in the deck. It's best thing because some monsters bounce them back to hand or destroying sent to the graveyard. Sometimes they basically get their effects like Eclipse Wyvern in the graveyard will banish a JD. Ice Fire Hand will, if you've got a relevant target, will pop your card, and then Special Minerva one. Best in the hand just means they have it again, whereas this puts back in a deck, which means they're down a card in a bad way, not a good way. Oh yeah, they're down a card. Well, they're actually down a card because it goes back to the deck, whereas they have to draw into or search it to it. So yeah, I'm telling this that this is quite good, basically putting the hands back in the deck, and yes, the Sandayus won't die. Then we have 1 Horn of Phantom Beast, just to a nice bit of draw, and then give you give a solid attack of 800, and also get a draw if you kill monster of battle, which is always nice. And last card is free on the main deck, is free Wiretap. It's basically 7 tools. Basically make sure your Beat Schooled or Barbaros nuke plays go through, and yeah, puts it back in the deck, which is quite nice as well. Then onto the extra deck, we have 1 Downard, because basically the only Xyz we have in here are rank 2 or lower, so basically make this to put this over a used up card, like a used up Herald of Light, or if you want some piercing, for Sandayu. 1 Diker Phoenix for some for push plays. 3 Sandayu, the main Xyz you go into to make those beastly tokens, and then 1 Herald to grab back monsters from the grave and put your what's it called? Kantos is back in deck and things like that. Well, and your beasts for your Beat School back in the deck. Then we have, for synchros, we have 2 Leo. I don't have a ally adjustive decisive armor. If I had, I'll take a Leo out for one of those. But for now, until I get one, it's 2 Leo. But as soon as I get one, it'd be decisive armor just for a Lightsworn matchup. 1 Goyo, because we can play Goyo with the new ban list. And you can make it in here, hence why we because we can make Barkion, so we can make this. 1 Barkion for negate traps. 1 Fitzgerald to go through, basically run through battle without any fear. If he gets killed by battle, I can bring it back into tank by his own effect. 1 on middies for swinging without fear, for attacking without fear, so they can't stop things like if I attack over Eclipse Wyvern, Raikou, the hands and stuff. I basically would try and put a second one in, but I need to get a second one before I play it. 1 Junk Wire for those basically OTK players. 1 Beast, because you can make it in here with a single, with just Beast School makes this on its own. And 1 Catasta to get over problem cards. And then tokens. That's the side deck. Extra deck. And the side deck I've got at the moment is 2D Crow. Things like Mermail, Lightsworn, anything that's Graveyard. Well, those only two I can think of at the moment. They basically for decks that have certain cards that either they need or they use. So that's 1 Dark Hole for against those decks that could swarm. Just if they swarm on you and you can survive it, nuke it. D-Fisher for Graveyard Laurent decks. Triple MST for things when people send Decree or Kaiser, because that's quite annoying. And what's it? DNA Surgery, things that basically back row that hinders you quite a bit. 1 Macro for Graveyard Laurent decks. Soul Drain for Graveyard Reliance decks. Double Debunk for the hands, because they're a big problem for this. 2 Lion Prison Mirror for Lightsworn and Bujin and Everlight decks, and then 2 Rivalry for things like Madolche and stuff, which have different types, where yours are mainly all Beast. So yeah, that's the deck. Deck profile. I don't know what next video I'll put up, but I want to try and get more videos up. But just basically trying to find just trying to find what to make a video of, really, because there's not many. I prefer to just put decks up and games, but then at the moment it's just kind of dead. I'm not really interested in the game at the moment, apart from playing fun decks like this, well, and Lightsworn, because I wanted to try it. But yeah, so I'll try and get some games using this, or basically some games up, or an error deck profile. Yeah, as soon as we get the next set, I'll definitely be making a video about deck profile about shadows, and basically doing deals with shadows and stuff like that, basically about shadows and to counter them and stuff. So yeah, look out for that. And peace.